Hi friends, let you guys log on here, see how we're doing. Hi Matt, hi friends, welcome. So I thought I would jump on today and do a little mini update. Usually I try to do Fridays for the following week for the Truth Tribe, but it seems like everybody is getting overwhelmed, right? It seems like a lot of us are getting really overwhelmed with the energy and what's coming down the pipe and, what's happening. So because we're so overwhelmed, what's taking place is I feel like a lot of us are freezing. All week long I've been having a lot of clients and a lot of friends, myself included, having these freeze frame attacks, right? Like having these overwhelms and getting so frustrated. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what is going on? One of my amazing best friend girlfriends last night, I asked her, I had to call myself out. Like we talked about in the Truth Tribe on Monday, you've got to be the boss of you. And I literally called her and said, call me out, help me get back into boss mode. And she did, like a rock star that she is. But the point being is that we've got to get attention on it. So the reason I'm saying this is a lot of us feel like the universe, the world, all the things we've worked for up to this point, we feel like we're getting pushed back, right? And I know how you feel because I've been there. You feel like you've worked so hard to accomplish everything you've been trying to accomplish. And you're like, I have been doing all the spiritual, I've been doing all the mental, I've been doing all the emotional work, and let me get that light off. And I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. I feel like I'm not accomplishing. I feel like I'm not growing. That's what everybody's starting to come up with. They're like, I don't feel right. And I feel like I don't know where I belong. So if you feel like you don't know where you belong, you're right on track. And Monday night we talked about the void. And I want you guys to understand, if you can't figure out where you're going right now and you're in this void, so I want you to imagine the void is like an elevator, a circle elevator. So it's like a tube you're in, but it's clear and it's glass and it has a door that opens with glass as well. So you can see where you're going. And what's happening is everybody's sitting in this void of nothingness. And so we feel like we're being punished. Like we've worked so hard to get where we're going. We've worked so hard to accomplish things. And then other things are coming at us in other directions. We're like, what the hell? Like, I didn't bring this on. I don't want this. This is not what I want. Right? Sorry, I keep putting you guys in the light. And so the point I'm trying to make is that you're not being punished when things aren't working. It doesn't mean you're not going to get it. It just means you're not getting it yet. And why am I saying that? Is because when you're in the void of nothingness, the old templates, the old systems you're applying, they don't work. And so because they don't work, we're trying to go backwards and apply a system where it doesn't work. And I agree. I've tried a couple old systems and they didn't work. And so what's fascinating is that when we sit in this nothingness state and we don't know where we're going and it's a super amount of unknown, what happens? You feel like you're being punished because you can't get anywhere. And you feel like every time you go to walk out of that tunnel of void, you hit the wall. And you're like, why am I not moving? You're not being punished, you guys. You're being rerouted. You're being rerouted to a new highway, getting to the same destination you were trying to get to, just in a different format, in a different way. Find an alternate route. Like I said, my girlfriend, my husband, everyone, I had to keep going. Okay, am I thinking crazy? Am I thinking crazy? And I was thinking a little bit crazy, but I also knew the logic and reason on what my heart wanted. And I wasn't listening to my heart. I was listening to my ego. And ego always wants to be right. And I put in all this hard work, so I don't want to lose out this time. And it's a ton of bullshit. And at the end of the day, our heart wins, and our heart wants love, it wants peace, it wants relaxation, and it wants gentle and easy and neutral. And we don't pay attention to the heart. We want to pay attention to the head that wants to win at all costs. Why? Because if it doesn't win, it thinks you're going to die. And if it thinks you're going to die, we start having anxiety and frustration and all these irritation moments when we start getting frustrated at people outside of us. Okay? So remember, you are not being punished if you can't get where you're going right now. We're all in the void of like, the old doesn't work, it's crumbling, it's crashing, I don't know what to do. I feel like quiet, empty, neutral. Any of you on this call, feel free to like make a comment if that's where you're at. You're like, I don't know where to go. I know I need to go somewhere. If you can just minimally understand that you're in this void, okay, and that the old doesn't work anymore. So if the old doesn't work anymore, it doesn't mean you're not supposed to get it. It just means let it go, and it's either going to return better, or it's going to deliver you something else or the same thing. So it's either going to come back the same thing you've been working on, but just in a different way, or it's going to deliver you a better version, and it's going to drop you altogether, and you're going to get something even more badass than you wanted in the beginning. Right? And so the whole point I'm trying to make is we're in this space of completely let it go. And even if it's just a day or a couple days, and let it go, watch what comes right back at you. And it's insane where this is happening. Again, yesterday, it was everything that came at me. And I was like, finally, when I shut down and let it go and I revamped, it came right back at me in a whole different, everything worked right back into place when I allowed it to. And I gave it some time. And so I'm with you guys, right? I get it. We're all in this void. It's almost like you guys can see this little tunnel right here. We're all sitting in this tube. And it's right around us like a beautiful, elevator basically. And it's just trying to take us to a higher floor, to a different floor. But we keep pushing the button to go, let's go downstairs. Let's go to the basement. And then the elevator's like, no, that doesn't work anymore. All right. And so I'm not going to stay on long today unless you guys have questions about this. It's coming up, but I didn't want you guys to think that there's something wrong, because everybody that I've spoken to this week has had the exact same experience. Like, something's coming, something's better. You just can't figure out how to get there, and you're in the void. And the void is, I'm going to give you a tip how to get out, or at least get peace inside of it. Choose 3 things, like in columns, one here, one here, one here. That's what I did. What do you want? Like better health, a new home, let's say travel. This was a big thing this week for, I want to go travel, and they're holding back, right? And there's no reason why these couple of people couldn't travel. They're actually single, so they should just go. And so they found new ways. And so when they put it down actually on paper and figured out how to get it done, it was almost like they had a plan. That's what I had to do, regarding a house. I just had to make a different plan. The house didn't go away. It was just the plan of the house. Someone else had to plan on travel. And when they actually planned it out, they were actually super excited. So it kind of gives you a kind of a new highway. So you're being rerouted. The second you sit down and lay out these 3 topics, and you say, what do I want? Like, tell the universe, crystal clarity, future. Write that down, crystal clarity, future. And underneath it, 3 topics that you say, this is what I want to be in my future. And when the time is right, we're in such a power manifesting energy on the planet. When the time is right, you won't have to go to that thing that you've just manifested. We're such powerful manifestors. The glass door on your elevator will open, and it'll literally spin into the door. It'll drop into you. How cool is that? Right? So just put it down on paper and get very crystal clear about those 3 things that are really dear in your heart. And then sit down and let it be. And then just enjoy the time. Enjoy the quiet. Enjoy watching the old not work. The future hasn't created. So just be here right now. And whatever that is, be there. You're learning about presence. And you're learning to be in the present moment now. And understand that planning out there is knowing now will allow it to just come to you. You won't have to fight anymore. You don't have to fight so hard to get things. They're just going to drop into your lap. Cool? So anyway, I just wanted to wish you guys a happy weekend. I know usually, like I said, Fridays are my day, but I'll see you guys on Monday. We're going to talk about this full or new moon coming up in Leo, which is really good. Exciting, but it's also all this build up to the 31st that we talked about on Monday. So if you didn't listen to Monday's Truth Tribe, go listen, because it explained all this chaos going on in the sky that's making you all feel weird in this void. All right. And so I love you. I will see you on Monday for the Truth Tribe. Have a wonderful weekend, brightest blessings, and I will see you soon. Take care.